Yo, welcome back guys. Today we're breaking down my crit SKS Pathfinder build. And right after a quick sponsor, I'll show you the full setup. Need to top up your favorite games fast and safely? With TopUp, you can easily recharge balances for many different games in just a few clicks. And yes, Once Human is available too. Just choose Once Human, enter your UID, select your region, and then pick the server where your character is located. And here's the best part. Use code WHITE for up to 12% off. Then pick your amount and finish the order. Check the link in the description and top up with TopUp today. Let's start with calibration. For the SKS, we use frugal style with crit rate. One important thing here, try to get a calibration with the highest possible weapon damage, because this damage gets converted into weapon attack. For the secondary weapon, you can use the crossbow for some additional crit rate, but honestly, I find it pretty uncomfortable. To get the bonus, you need to hit a weak spot, and there are plenty of bosses where weak spots either don't exist or are difficult to hit consistently. So personally, I prefer Bingo. On Bingo, I use rapid shot style. The secondary attribute doesn't really matter here, so just use whatever you have. Another very important part of this build is Kukri. It gives the SKS a lot of useful buffs, so I definitely recommend using it. For the armor set, we use 3 pieces of Savior and 2 pieces of Lone Wolf. For the key gear piece, we use Snowdrift Top. It doubles the amount of Deviant particles you get, and also gives us additional status damage. You can also use a portable turret with these buffs to generate even more Deviant particles. These are the skins I'm using on my gear. And don't forget, 4 pieces of the rabbit skin activate the Soaring Leap effect, which gives you an extra 20% weak spot damage. For the Deviant, we use Voodoo Doll. The ultimate applies both weapon and status vulnerability to enemies, and the battle skill increases our weapon and status damage, which together gives us a massive damage boost. For Voodoo Doll traits, I recommend Fluffy Curse, Starfall Inversion, and Moonlight Assault. Now let's move on to mods. On the SKS, we use Cryo Catalyst to increase Frost Vortex damage. For Bingo or the crossbow, use Vulnerability Amplifier for some extra vulnerability. Helmet, Deviation Expert, for more fire rate and status damage. On the mask, we run Frost Construct for additional Frost Vortex damage. For the chest, you can use either Ardent Shield or Rejuvenating. Just go with whichever one is higher level or has better stats. Pants, Reload Rampage, with the Resonance Deviant Energy suffix. Gloves, Crit Amplifier, also with the Resonance suffix. And on the boots, Rush Hour with the Downstar suffix. For food and drinks, this is the setup I use for consistent maximum damage. If you don't want to use the crossbow or Kukri, use this setup instead. These are the cradles I'm using. Overall, this is a great build for everyday content, silos, cities, and pretty much anything else. The main downsides are the Deviant particle mechanic, which can be annoying, and the reliance on weak spots. Even with a crit setup, targets without an accessible weak spot won't give you those crazy damage numbers. And if you mainly want to farm Forsaken Giant with the SKS, I also have a dedicated weak spot build on the channel. And that's it guys. If you like the build and the breakdown, drop a like, subscribe, and let me know what you think in the comments. See you next time.